So Matt, we've been chatting about you're working on your new material and your new album. Hopefully that'll be out, would you say, before the end of the year? Or is that putting too much pressure on?
Yeah, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months.
Good.
Yeah.
So obviously you've had a very varied career over the years. You're a few years older than me. I think that's fair to say. You're not that much older than me, but you are older than me. So we've kind of crossed paths a few times. But how did you actually get into music? Because it was music you did first, wasn't it, at college?
Yeah, well, my family are musical, and my dad used to play the trumpet and soprano cornet. My mum plays piano, and they both sing. So there was music in the house from a very early age, and I decided that I wanted to play the trumpet as well because my dad played the trumpet. So I had to wait patiently for my adult teeth to grow before I could start. And I started having lessons, and I loved it, and I carried on. I did all my grades. I joined a youth orchestra and went off around the world performing with that. And then I auditioned for music college. So I studied trumpet at the Royal College of Music in London. And yeah, it's been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
And would you say you've always had music to be sort of like working on throughout your life, or have you at some points of your life put it on the back burner to do other things?
Yeah, obviously I've been a police officer as well, and the shift work can certainly distract from other things. So there was a period of about 10 years when I didn't do a great deal of music, but I'm sort of at a point now where I'm doing more than ever. Certainly creatively, I'm not doing a lot of gigs at the moment with my own music because I'm concentrating on getting it recorded. But yeah, I love it, and I'm playing the trumpet again far more than I have done for probably the last 20 years.
So would you say then that you found yourself again because music's such a big part of your life again now?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's the older you get, the sort of the less stressful, because classical music can be quite stressful in terms of performance because it's got to be bang on. It's different doing my own stuff because I can improvise, and if I forget the words, it doesn't really matter. But when you're performing with an orchestra, it's got to be absolutely right. And certainly in a music college environment, there is a lot of pressure put on you, and I think that started to sort of suck the fun out of it a little bit. But now I'm doing it for my own pleasure. I'm actually playing in the orchestra next Sunday for Verdi Requiem with the Manx Symphony Orchestra, so I'm looking forward to that. It's been a little while since I've played in an orchestra.
I think it's certainly one of those things that as you get older, you no longer care, do you?
If
things go wrong, they go wrong. Yeah. So what? You're still alive. Life goes on.
Exactly.
But when you're younger, you are definitely you get more stressed over things and more worked up and anxious that everything's got to be perfect.
Yeah, and you beat yourself up over a wrong note in a performance for days afterwards. Whereas now, what's the worst that can happen?
Yes, this is it. And I think as soon as you can get past that, everything is just. It just runs so much easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think when you're more relaxed about it, it tends to go better anyway. That's certainly in my experience.
So you got your inspiration obviously off your parents and your mum and your dad both being involved in music. You, like me, are a parent of 3 kids, which is absolutely crazy at times.
Yes, it certainly is.
So do your kids have the musical ability as well, or do they
do?
Good.
Yeah, they do. My eldest plays guitar just for his own pleasure. My daughter plays the trumpet too, so third generation trumpet playing in the Creer family, and she's having lessons at school. She's really enjoying it. And my youngest isn't playing anything yet. He's only 5, but he's got a fantastic singing voice, and he's very creative in general. Big imagination.
He's going to be a performer.
Yeah, I think so for sure. Yeah.
And what do they actually think of your music when they hear you sing and watch you?
They're very loyal. They are.
Well, you can always say children are very honest, aren't you?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's music they'd actively seek out to listen to, but they do enjoy it, and they come to the odd gig here and there. I certainly wouldn't make them come to them all. But I think they like watching the process of the music getting recorded and how it goes from me sitting in the corner of a room with a guitar to on iTunes. I think they like that.
And talking of iTunes there, I mean, we've got a fair few tracks of yours on our system here. You have had songs in the charts as well.
Yes, well, the album, The Leeward Tide, my last album, which Gaslighting was on that you played before, that reached number 17 in the UK iTunes chart. And I've had a song that I recorded with my friend Kath Crow, who passed away a few years ago. We got to number 5 in the UK iTunes singer-songwriter chart with that. So yeah, it's largely down to the Isle of Man, because people are great. If you release music, people will buy it, and it shoots it shoots us up into the charts. So I don't know that it would happen in the same way if I lived in the UK,
larger community,
in a county somewhere.
Yes, yeah.
But the Manx effect is brilliant.
Well, it's a good job your family moved back here, isn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely.
So if anyone wants to listen to any of your music, they can, of course, just go onto iTunes, type in Matt Creer, and it'll all come up because you can buy your music.
You can download it
through
on
there.
Yeah, and it's on all the various musical platforms. No matter what you're after, you'll find it on there. So yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to be talking about one of your other passions very shortly, which is dogs, in particular collie dogs.
Yes.
But we're going to play another one of your tracks now, North Northwest. Tell us a bit about this one.
This is a love song to the Isle of Man.
Ah, right.
It's a song about no matter where I am or what I'm doing, if I'm on tour. Normally I've headed south, so home is north-northwest.